I don't give a what. And you want to run your mouth just because you look different. Literally, they can knock the F out of you. It's such a shame that I didn't have no one to guide me. Today is my birthday. I officially turned 28. With that being said, I officially turned 20's. So let's do birthday makeup. The magazine that I did an interview for is from a brand that is called Konggu Woman. It is known for plus size inclusivity, and I was actually happy that this brand reached out. So let me read this for you. Please introduce yourself. Hi, I am Henny Sun. I am 28 as of today, Korean girl who have never lived abroad, who grew up in really countryside. I studied psychology in my undergrad, and I love beauty and fashion, not academically, but for my self-expression. Tell us about yourself when you're working as a model. As to this question I answered, I feel most excited and I feel the hunger for creativity that I felt when I was a teenager. If you're around my age or even older, you would understand that maybe your career or your job is many times not something that you dreamt of. Whenever I think about creating a content, that is when I'm most fulfilled. Third question. What do you see yourself after 2009? They're asking this because of their brand's name. I did the math. That was when I was 7th or 6th grade, and that was when I started having interest in my appearance. Also, with that being said, that is when I started having these insecurities. And I remember when I was little, and especially when I first got into middle school, we all had these measurements for our body, for our uniform. And all the boys in our middle school, they were not allowed to see. They did it anyways, and whenever I walked past by, they told me as in that number, as in my waist measurement. So you kind of get the idea how it's kind of inevitable to feel insecure, especially at that age. It took such a long time to feel this stability. It might have been possible because of those brands that have size inclusivity, such as Konggu. And that is actually really true, because I remember when I first started getting new clothes when I first got into college, because we all used to wear uniforms, so I couldn't find any clothes that really fits me. Whenever I see some clothes that kind of fit me, I had to buy it, but even if I don't like the style of it. I am really thankful for those brands that even from that moment, 2015, even before, having size inclusivity. What's your aesthetic? I would say, I would translate this as in, what's your aesthetic? NYC inspired urban feminine. I love streetwear, but I love adding feminine energy, feminine things to it. So I like wearing baggy jeans and flowy top. As I'm getting older, it is getting harder to wear whatever I want. I'm getting more concerned about when other people stare at me. I didn't used to care. It's not because, oh my god, I don't give a what, even if you stare at me or not. It's just that I can't. I don't see you staring at me. Actually, my friends I was hanging out with the other day, they did say that, oh my god, you really do not pay attention to other people and your surroundings. But I feel like I do those because I do travel back and forth to my hometown, and that got me more conservative, which is not good. I don't like being conservative. What kind of person do you think you are now? I'm in a concrete house that I built metaphorically for nearly 30 years with my own standard and self-support. The older I get, I feel like one of the most important things in your life is your boundaries and your standards. It's such a shame that I didn't have no one to guide me when it comes to this when I was younger. When you have that boundaries and standards set, you don't mind being understood. Job opportunities, friendship, relationship, at the end of the day, those are in the same way. They are relationship with people, and you shouldn't be afraid to be misunderstood. Physically write them down. Sometimes you just do it. You just apply for a job because there is an opportunity. You just take the promotion because they offer. Do you think your coworkers, your supervisors are worth staying in the same surroundings? Do you think these friends are supporting you enough? Do you think when you're doing something wrong, your wrongdoings are corrected enough by your friends? Do you think when you're in this area, when you're in your hometown, just because you are wearing something different, just because you're built different, just because you look different, you are treated differently? You are mistreated. When you are content with your life, when your standards are completed, you're not afraid to misunderstood. I lie. Actually, I'm always scared to be misunderstood. But it is what it is. I need to move past that. I would rather be in Seoul, even though I have to travel 12 hours twice in a month, than staying in that area to the point that I myself gaslight myself that I'm not worth, you know? What was the main reasons you decided to do this magazine photo shoot? Before I get into the answer, this magazine, I actually looked into it before I said yes, of course. I just looked into the people who they interviewed and the variety of people they interviewed. That's why I actually said yes. The first interviewee was athlete who plays judo. How amazing. Whenever I go to the gym, you know how many times they ask me if I do judo or if I do powerlifting? Imagine actually doing judo. Literally, they are literally athletes. They are athletes. They can knock the F out of you if they truly wanted to. And you want to run your mouth? And I know for sure they have run their mouth. They just joke around and like trying to lighten it up as if that was not body shaming. But yeah, that is why I decided to do this interview. But also their interview questions were actually kind of lighthearted. It was not too serious. But yeah, let me read the answer to this. When you first approached to me, one of the first parts of messages was, we are a brand that's supporting women's liberation and their own style and messages. So I didn't really think, when you actually look into the content, you can tell how much you actually meant that. Considerations in those interviews, variety of interviewees. It's not that I actually decided. I actually feel very honored that I could be one of these very thoughtful contents. I'll do my hair and come back, okay?